Hi everyone. So in following the series of speaking about common questions I get asked from upcoming coaches and consultants and pretty much service providers are new to the business. Um, Today is going to be about pricing. I think I've already touched on this topic throughout my other videos, but it was like, just a few notes. Today I decided to speak about this in a more detailed manner, although I believe it doesn't deserve that much of an attention. So I will be speaking about pricing for new coaches or coaching offers or consulting offers, but as well about common practices when it comes to packaging your services. All right. So I get asked this question quite often is how much do you think I should charge for my offer? Right? What is the uh, acceptable price point that I can practice or use for my current circumstances? So current circumstances generally are being new in the craft, not as an expert, but as a consultant or a coach, right? And the second circumstance would be not having client history. So you've never worked with anyone before as your with your business model, right? And so you don't have experience probably working with other people. You're just getting started. So maybe you've never charged someone for a service before, but also you don't have any testimonials. So if you can ask for a higher price, people sometimes would be lenient to accept your offer if they see other people have had success with your service. So this is probably your current circumstances, all right? And also you're not really sure about like what is the common practice if you are in an industry that is just like a basically blue ocean. There are not a lot of people out there, so you cannot really gather much information from your competitors, right? Um, so usually all comes down to what you think is a fair thing to charge based on the value that you bring, right? So it all comes down to the outcome that you get people. So let's say you help startups save on cost because you know that startups get funding from investors and that money can easily be spent on tech stack, on hiring talent, on different stuff, right? And that budget can be can get burned quite quickly. So you might have an expertise in helping those startups save a lot of money. So how much would a startup save with your service? $50,000, $100,000, $1 million. What is the value that you can? What is the fair price that you can ask for something like that? So let's say you save a startup $50,000. I think it's fair if you can charge 2,500 for that, right? I mean, they pay you 2,500, they get to save, uh, you know, 47,000 and 500. So it's a fair deal. Even if you charge 10K, they can get to keep 40K in their pockets, right? So this is quite a basic formula that I use with my clients when we're thinking about the pricing, right? And there is like a bracket that all consulting and coaching services, especially new ones, fall into. But I'm gonna give you 3 tips on what you should avoid to do, or what should not do, basically, when it comes to pricing your services as a new coach, right? So, getting back to our example, that is like the value of what you could offer to those startups. So based on your industry, based on what exactly are you offering to people, that's how you can have an estimate, right? of what you can charge and what is fair and what is not. Now, the second thing is your competitors. Competitors tell you a lot about your industry, right? So do a little bit of research, find out the people who are offering pretty much the same thing that you want to offer. And if you can test their services, go ahead and test their services, all right? Because it allows you not only to probably offer the same thing for a lower price, but do it better because you will see what's wrong with their service, with their delivery, right? There are a lot of people out there who probably are doing the same thing, but they're doing it slightly worse. Why people are buying from them? Maybe there are not a lot of options, and you could be the next option that they can pick if you offer a better service for a cheaper price. All right. So that is the second thing that you can do. The third thing that you also can do when it comes to pricing your services is like pick a middle ground. This is usually what I do. Like, what is the lowest that you can ask for? Let's say a general coach, right? Someone who coach business owners or someone who coach employees to boost their careers, right? Get promoted or like switch jobs to a better like switch careers, basically. So what would be the lowest that you can offer? You say, hey, I can ask for $800 a month for 2 coaching sessions. All right. What is the best that you can offer? What is the most expensive price that you can ask for? You'd say $3,500 or $4,000 for a 3 months coaching program. All right. So now $4,000 may be too high for you to ask for. Maybe like it's a confidence issue, right? Maybe you're not really sure about your service, about your skills. So what I would suggest is just like pick the middle of those of that price bracket, right? Between 800 and 4,000, it would be around, maybe like 1,800, stuff like that, right? So you could ask 1,800, start by asking 1,800. You would be less expensive than the competition. I'm speaking about people who are advanced in the industry, not startups like yourself, but you'll not be cheap because this is what I also advise you to avoid. Never work for free as a beginner coach, right? And do not offer cheap service, basically, right? So do not cheapen out your prices, right? Your services, because these two are hugely correlated with the quality of the client that you get. People who work for free are rarely serious, right? It's just like a psychological thing. And if you cheapen out your prices, you're going to be giving out the idea that your service is not great, right? We have to admit it. This is reality. The more expensive the service, the higher the perceived quality is. So you should never offer cheap services. You should offer cheaper services than your competition, but not cheaper services. Not like in general cheap services. Like, hey, this is cheap. I can afford this. Right. So you want a slight of a challenge because you want to have people who value the outcome that they want to get. Right. It's like if someone want to switch careers to become for a high paying position, right, high paying industry, you want them to value that thing. It's not like optional to them. If they're paying cheap prices for them, it's like, hey, if it works, okay. If it doesn't, it's not a big deal. Haven't even paid a huge price on this. But if they pay a substantial amount or something that is challenging for them, right? It's like, hey, this is getting a little bit expensive. This is quite expensive. They're going to be more serious about this. All right, you're going to have better quality clients. So, never work for free and never cheapen out your prices. Now, I want also to talk about packaging your services. All right, so you say, hey, all right, I'm going to charge 1,800. Now, what do I offer? When it comes to coaching and consulting, the previous generation, right, let's say 10, 15 years ago, coaching offers used to be really simple, and consulting offers really used to be really simple. It used to be just calls, right? You get on the phone with your coachee. You spend 45 minutes with them, 30 minutes to 45 minutes with them, 3 times a month, right? Or 4 times a month, it depends. And that's it. And you would ask high prices for that, right? But that's it. All right. The best thing you can get in addition to that would be email support. All right. But now people are in the fast digital space where resources has become really easy, and AI is doing like an overhaul of everything that we do. People expect you to deliver something else. All right. So if you want to offer a full service, you can include your coaching offers. All right. You can include a few resources that can check out alongside your coaching offer, maybe like a small course or a guide or a community. All right. You can also offer faster support via WhatsApp. This is why I advise my clients. It's like, hey, give them WhatsApp, give them 1 day per week, right? And where you can get back to them. They can ask as many questions as they want, but they have 1 day per week where you can answer their question. If they want more, they have to pay more, or like give them a higher tier, right? Basically. And that's generally what you can offer as a coach. As a consultant, you can offer, part of your service is some done with you work, right? So you can help them do a little bit of the work. So, for example, if you're a sales consultant or conversion rate optimizing consultant, right? So CRO, conversion rate optimizer, or something like that. So if you're a CRO and you might want to offer more service, for example, copywriting, right? So you might give them consulting about general conversion rate optimization on their sales funnel, but also offer them to maybe do their copywriting for them, all right? Or like offer them like to build them a strategy that you can help implement, right? Without like, in addition to the consultation that you give. So the idea I want to give you about pricing and packaging is the number one element that I want you to consider when it comes to how you price and what you offer is your personal time. As a coach and a consultant, you are basically, the value that you give is in your personal time, right? You're not an employee. You're not getting charged by the hour. I don't like the idea, but the more you personally invest in delivering the service, the higher the price is going to be. And this is a great way for you to think about upsells and downsells, right? So you have your main offer. And if you want to upsell people to a more thing, just offer them more of yourself. And if people cannot afford you and you want to downsell them to a lower tier offer, just offer them less of your time. So common downsell that I advise my clients to do is, if someone cannot afford your consulting package, your high ticket package, or coaching package, or whatever reason, if you're an agency owner as well, this works for you. Offer them an offer that doesn't have sessions or calls. So that would substantially reduce the cost. For example, if you charge $1,800 per month for just like a consultation thing, when you remove consultations, right, and you only give them access to maybe like group coaching, or give them access to just like a done with you service, right, where they can send you stuff, you can review them and give them comments, all right, or help them do stuff, it can substantially reduce the price, right? It can be like 800, 700, it all depends. So that's what you can do. That's basically how like the idea behind pricing and packaging your offers. And I want you to keep things simple, because you're just starting out. you shouldn't be spending a lot of time thinking about this. I've seen people who actually spent months trying to figure it out, trying to figure this out. Develop tiers, complicated stuff. Gold and premium and silver and stuff like that. This is all sorry. This is all unnecessary at this stage. You're just complicating stuff for yourself, and uh, making it harder for you to just start. Okay, people do not care. You just have one thing, and if you want to downsell, as I said, remove yourself from the service. If you want to upsell them, add yourself to the service, and that's it. So hope you guys found this one helpful. If you have any questions about anything that was said, you can leave them down in the comments. Remember to give this video a like and subscribe to the channel. All right. I see that a lot of you are unsubscribed. So subscribe to the channel. It means a lot to me. And thank you for watching. Catch you on the next one. Bye-bye.